Live. Thank you.
All right. So, good afternoon, namaskar, and welcome to all the Indian Academy of Pediatrics members from all over India and the world. And good afternoon to our IAP National President, Dr. G.V. Basavaraja, sir, our President-elect, Dr. Vasan Khaladkar, sir, immediate past President, Dr. 𝐒𝐮𝐬𝐞 𝐀𝐛𝐮𝐬𝐞, sir. We are very, very proud to have the august, gracious presence of Dr. Swati Bhave, ma'am, our past President and the chief guest for today's event here with us. Also, welcome to Dr. Yogesh Parikh, sir, HSG, sir, Dr. Atanu Bhadra, National Treasurer, as well as all the vice presidents of the 5 zones of the Indian Academy of Pediatrics, the our team members from the scientific committee headed by Dr. Amresh Patil sir, who looks after the entire implementation, as well as dear Dr. Kishore Bendur sir, Dr. Shantara ji, all the respected seniors from the Indian Academy of Pediatrics, from the scientific committees, and welcome to yet another edition of this wonderful initiative started by Indian Academy of Pediatrics and by Presidents Dr. Basavaraj sir and Dr. Vasan Khaladkar sir, IAP ki baat community ke saath, on a very, very important topic today. This is making me a bit nostalgic because when we were in school and college, and many people who are watching today perhaps were not even born, in the late 80s and early 90s, one of the really big threats, as much as we were worried about COVID, was about the drug menace that had just come into India. And I'm sure some of us will recall that the Doordarshan, which was the only channel there, came up with a on television called Chunauti, which dealt with this of substance.
Host, I think, mute everyone.
Sorry?
No, somebody is disturbing me.
Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah. So can I continue?
Yes, sir.
So there was this amazing series in those days of Doordarshan, black and white days of Chunauti, and I'm sure many of us will recall there how they tried to create awareness amongst the younger generation of the menace of substance abuse. It has been like what, 30, 40 years since that time. And I think to a large extent, though we have managed to deal with this menace, it now threatens to get out of hand because of so many reasons: easy availability of these substances, as well as easy availability of money and loose availability of money as well. So I think these are the challenges today, which is why the Indian Academy of Pediatrics has taken this very important topic for the current episode of IAP Ki Baat Community Ke Saath. It is my proud privilege and pleasure to invite our dear President, Dr. Basavaraj sir, to tell us about this program that has actually become such a runaway success already, and what is his vision and thought for it. Dr. Basavaraj sir, over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Samir Dalwai and our National President-elect, Dr. Vasant Khaladkar, our immediate past President, Dr. 𝐒𝐮𝐬𝐞 and our Honorable Secretary General, Professor Yogesh Parikh, and Dr. Atanu Bhadra. IAP के बाद community के साथ, this is one of the flagship program of Indian Academy of Pediatrics way, which is going to address what is relevant in day-to-day clinical practice, especially the children with related burning issues, where our committee, which is led by none other than Dr. Geeta Patil, Dr. Kishore Bendur, Dr. Samir Dalwai, Dr. Amresh Patil, Dr. Shantara, who has been doing an excellent work with the backup team to carry out the things. The topic today, what it has been chosen is substance abuse, is one of the most relevant topic in the present era, where the adolescents suicide, which is increasing, and substance abuse becoming a previously it used to be restricted to the very few places, now which has been a menace across the country, where not only the rural and urban area, and also across the border also. So that's the reason why today's topic, which has been taken to address these issues, and our scientific committee, which has been done in a great job on that. This is not something new which has been started now. When our Dians of Field of Adolescent Medicine, Professor Swati Bhave, Madam, today happens to be the chief guest also. So when Madam was an AHA chairperson, before that the concept of adolescent care, which has been brought to the India, where during that time itself all these things has been discussed, Just we are taking it to the one more step, how we can reach it to the community through our social engagement with the Facebook, Twitter, and other WhatsApp groups of parents. That's where our 48,000 member Indian Academy of Pediatrics who has been doing a great job, and also our the IAP official spokesperson is also doing a great job in that. So this is what we are really looking at. Thank you very much, Sameer ji, and thank you so much, Professor Swati Bhave Madam, accepting on this occasion, and our all the vice presidents led by Dr. Our Satish Sharma ji, our from the North Zone, from the South, Dr. Singaravelu, from the East, Dr. Santanudev, and West from Atul Kulkarni, Central, Dr. Rajesh Srivastav ji, and all the national EB member who have been able to carry out the message of an IAP to the community and to the members. So best wishes for the today's program also. Looking forward to hear from the Professor Swati Bhave Madam later. Back to Sameer ji.
Thank you. A big round of applause for sir. Thank you so much for your kind words, and also a warm welcome to all our executive board members, as well as the newly elected executive board members and office bearers of the Indian Academy of Pediatrics. Warm welcome to you, and we wish that the divinity bless you to do the best for Indian Academy of Pediatrics. As we go ahead with this very important program as outlined by Dr. Basavaraja sir, it is now our proud privilege to invite our President-elect 2024, Dr. 𝐒𝐮𝐬𝐞 𝐀𝐛𝐬𝐭 sir, to guide us on his thoughts about this topic. Very important topic. We know that he's always well connected with adolescents and the younger generation. Ladies and gentlemen, we present you Dr. 𝐒𝐮𝐬𝐞 𝐀𝐛𝐬𝐭.
Yeah, good afternoon all. And after these elections results are over, we are again coming in the academics and for community. Respected Swati Madam, who is really a mentor for me also, though she's professor, and you know about her work in ACI, and always full source guidance. You can say her as an inspiration. Since I joined my IAP, I saw her as a president, and that was the main source for me, main inspiration for me to become president and work like her. I saw her work in that. And that is the, and last year, Dr. Basavaraja, what's the energy in Basavaraja? I think 80% energy if I got from Basavaraja, then it's okay for me. I can cover 80% mine and 20% of Basavaraja. I can partner with my press secretary and treasurer. So thank you once again, Madam, for becoming our today's speaker, chief guest, and all my office bearer and Dr. Sameer, and contributor, scientific contributor, and our marketing people. So today's topic, that's something that is affecting the future of our children and our community. That is substance abuse. This is an issue that touches all of us, whether it's a smoking, alcohol, or drug use, which nowadays really become as a um, common thing in home also. That's really, I don't know whether we are going to accept it or not, and we have to curb on. This is an issue that touches all of us, whether so as a pediatrician, we play a key role in protecting children from these dangers. We are often the first to see early warning signs in young people. We have a responsibility not only to treat but to educate and empower our young patients and their families to make healthier choices. Through conversation, we can help them to understand the risk and find healthier ways to cope with stress and peer pressure. AHA chapter is really doing a wonderful job for this. Everybody is fighting for this substance abuse. Under our initiative, IAP की बात community के साथ, we aim to bring substance abuse awareness to every family and community. Our goal is simple: to ensure every parent, teacher, and young person understand the danger of substance abuse and how to prevent it. We can do this by organizing talk, whichever scientific scientific material you are getting for community through IAP and through this IAP ki community path. We can disseminate it to parents, teachers, and social workers. So, what is our role? Our role is to conduct the awareness amongst these, and by using social media to spread the message. I will tell you, I want to continue this program that IAP के बाद community के साथ next year, which is the initiative of Dr. Basavaraja along with me. So really, it's a touching to my heart that it should go out, and you will see the next version of this, which we thought 1 year before. So that's why we want to continue this program, and these few topics of this which already discussed can get repeated. Together, let us protect our children and build a healthier, safer future for them. Thank you for your dedication to this important cause. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Vasant sir. Already your words are echoing in the chat boxes because many senior members, Dr. Asha, many other members are asking that this program should be continued, which shows how popular it is amongst pediatricians. But let me tell you that the whole idea of this program was also to go beyond the pediatric community into the general community. And the platform for the general community is not just the social media, which we are taking care of, but also the traditional, the print and the electronic media. And the way to reach to the media is through a press release. And one of the features of the IAP Ki Baat Community Ke Saath program has been that every event and every topic that we have taken up actually comes out with a press release in multiple languages, many Indian languages. And that is to be released now at the auspicious hands of Presidents Dr. Basavaraja sir and Dr. Khalatkar sir. And I request Shruti ma'am, if she is ready, then I may request the Presidents to please declare to release the press note.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Sami. So I declare the press release is declared. You can use this press release to all your known contact to send across in a single message in a single voice. Over to us.
This release is for the dissemination to all the media, print media, digital media, Facebook, and everywhere. So it's declared that it's released.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And this will be shared with all of you by email in all the languages, and you can choose whichever one you would like. And my request is to please share it with all your contacts in the media, as well as the parents and the schools that all of you as eminent pediatricians are connected with, so that the message of the Indian Academy of Pediatrics can go to the community. My next duty is a very pleasant one, because I have to invite now on stage somebody who lights the stage up every time he comes up with a very sparkling presentation. Dr. 𝐒𝐮𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐧𝐜𝐞 𝐀𝐛𝐮𝐬𝐭 our immediate past president. Over to you.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you so much, Samir, for those nice words. And respected President, Dr. G.V. Basavaraj, President-elect Dr. Khalatkar, and of course, mentor for all of us, Dr. Swati Bhave, all dear wonderful colleagues who have all joined in for this program after the results yesterday. And I'm very happy that we have a national president's group, and Dr. Swati Bhave was feeling lonely over there since last 26 years. And now she has got a company. So madam, kudos to you. So you have some company there. Somebody has joined it in the national president's group. So having said that, I think today's program, it's yet another after the media boon or bin. We are talking about substance abuse. And I'm happy, Samir, the way you started, you talked about 80s and 90s, how judgmental we are. I can just share with you. My both son and daughter studied in St. Xavier's College, one of the premier institute in Mumbai. And can I tell you that the moment they joined, I immediately got calls and messages from neighbors and friends. Be careful, your children are studying in St. Xavier's. Do you know that there is so much of smoking, so much of alcohol, so much of drug abuse? So though this is a premier institute as far as you consider it one of the topmost in the country, but look at the way people look at certain institutes and talk about it. So let's not be judgmental about any institute or any place for that matter, or for any child for that matter. And then secondly, I think let us be understanding the official figures. Do you know that the government of India in Supreme Court had said that 1 crore 58 lakh children between the age group of 10 to 17 are addicted to one of the things, maybe smoking, maybe alcohol, maybe still cocaine or something, anything else. But this is what the figures, official figures. So all of us know that what could be the ground reality, it would be huge. And we know that it's the first 5 years, if the child ever gets addicted, that is the time that we can de-addict them. But the best is prevention, because if an adolescent who is going to be adult gets addicted to any one of them, his family is going to get suffer, his education, he is going to become antisocial, and the country is going to face so many consequences. So best is prevention, and let's make every adolescent aware of the side effects or the ill hazards of all these substances, starting from smoking, from alcohol. But having said that, the first 5 years are so crucial. Let me give you an example of, I'm very happy to say, Shah Rukh Khan, India's one of the topmost actor, has just recently declared that he has completely stopped smoking. So kudos to him at the age of 52 also, if he can. So this is an example, because I felt really after 50 it would be very difficult. But if Shah Rukh has led this example, many those who are contemplating an idea, say, abhi kaisa hoga? So 40-50 ke baad bhi you can stop smoking. So that's a great example. And I would just finally end by saying that this is the way that we are releasing pamphlets and brochures and making parents aware. This is the program where needs to be going directly to the adolescents. Very happy all of you are aware that in Sankalp Sampurna Swasthya, we talk about substance abuse as a primary program, where we talk to adolescents about the dangers, because all of us know not even once you are going to go into that track. And if we can address the school children at this way, we are going to go a long way in preventing any of the substance abuses in these children, because my conviction, no addiction should be a strong message which should go to adolescents across the country. And let's not only stop in enlightening and empowering the parents, but the adolescents themselves should be given the tricks to say no. I think that is what matters. And let's have an India which is not only healthy, but it is also, people are totally against any substance abuse, and they really be productive citizens of this country. Thank you so much, and looking forward to listen to Dr. Swati Bhave, Madam, one of the doyens in adolescent care. Thank you so much for your invitation.
Thank you so much, Dr. Upendra, as usual, crisp and brief. As you said about Shah Rukh Khan, I also remember Mr. Javed Akhtar, again, one of the prominent persons and poets, who said that at the age of 45, 46, he realized how his life was going down the bottle. And one fine day he decided, and for the last 35 years now, he's not been drinking at all. And I think these are important inspirational moments for all of us. Going ahead now, it is my pleasant duty to invite my colleague, dear friend, sister, Dr. Geeta Patil ma'am, who has taken tremendous pain, more than most of us, I would say, in the last 1 year, to keep this program scientific content better than anything else that we could have ever visualized. And I invite her now for a few words, as well as to introduce our dear, respected past president and the chief guest for today, Dr. Swati Bhave ma'am. So before that, over to Dr. Geeta Patil. She will introduce madam. Then there will be a release of the video and poster, and then we will hear madam's encouraging words. Dr. Geeta Tai, over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Samir. I think it's a great honor. I think this is the way Madam has projected her. See how Madam thinks in an innovative way. Her CV is this. I think upper portion is not, it's there. Everything is there. And all of us, we know that Swati Bhave Madam is a distinguished pediatrician and adolescent medicine specialist with over 4 decades of experience. She is a professor emeritus in adolescent medicine at D.Y. Patil Medical College, and she is now head of Family Guidance Center and Adolescent Wellness. This is really a center which I heard from Madam. It is in Jahangir Hospital and Research Center. And all of us, we know that she is Executive Director of ACCI, Association of Adolescent and Child Care in India. Madam is Madam was IAP President in 2000. She is a fellow of IAP as well as American Academy of Pediatrics. That's a really great achievement, Madam. She has worked as an office bearer and executive positions in many national and international professional organizations, International Pediatric Association, and many APA. And she was a member of WHO Technical Steering Committee on Child and Adolescent Health. She was a member of WHO HPV Vaccine Committee. And many awards are bestowed on her for her professional and community work. IAP Lady Pediatrician of the Millennium, IAP Shantilal Seth Oration, Lifetime Achievement Award by IAP, awards for community work in NCD and Youth 2018, Parenting IMA All India Women Empowerment Award, honorary IMA professor during 2017 and 20. And all of us, we know that she is not only confined to the people who know her well. She is not only for the adolescent medicine. She has worked for computers in medicine, lactation management, adolescent medicine we know, but disaster management, and madam's new passion and from whom we have learned is environment and child health. Madam has not very highlighted in her CV, but I know that she is the brain behind our Green Army project of environment chapter. And madam is motivating for everyone in many places. And she has worked on adult, I already told, and she started as a neonatologist, then worked as a general pediatrician, and adolescent medicine she is practicing and teaching from last 34 years. And now very innovative thing, she's working for grandparents from 2015. If anybody has attended those sessions, they are really extremely helpful, not only for the grandparents, for everyone. And as I told that she has, I think many books are on her credit. Maybe if I go on telling the books, I think all of we know her textbook, Bhave's textbook of adolescent medicine. I don't think anyone is here who has not read that book. Apart from that, many books connected to the adolescent. Then her very incredible, I don't think anywhere internationally also, the sports medicine for children and adolescent. That book is really a great book. Then obesity, gynecology, and reproductive and sexual health book, and many more. And she has written on the vaccinology also. So many things are there. I'm not going to add. I know that you don't like many things, but let me tell her non-medical aspect also.
You
She
can
has
shorten it. We can start.
No, I like to tell. She specialized in mental health, authorized books, not only in the medical books. She's a motivational speaker for many corporates. Community work, running an NGO for last 17 years. We can't run just like that, but 17 years is a very long period. And she's associated with many NGOs. She has done a lot of community work. And main thing is, you call her for anything, she will be ready to answer for that. And she never keeps our missed calls pending. That I have seen many of the eminent people, they don't call us back. But I have seen madam will definitely, even if you send a message, the answer will come back, even if she is not well. So madam, I think it is a great privilege for you to be here as a chief guest. We know that you have all actually done work for the substance abuse in IAP, community, school, everywhere. And last year's SSS program, all of us, we know that that was a great program for us to tackle this problem. And I know that I'm not going to talk about substance abuse. It is called as a medico-socio-economic. And there is a vulnerable people are there. And we have to tap them, and IAP should very strongly act to work for this. Next year, this IAP ke baad community ke saath is going to come with this topic in a very strong way. So that is the plan going on. So madam, now to unveil one poster and video. Shruti, we will have one poster release on the first this day and one video. Then you can address, madam.
So I officially declare the release of this poster, and I thank all of you for giving me this honor.
I think it is officially declared. I think video is there. Yes, we have to release one video also.
Shruti, would you be able
Can
to release
you-
the video? In a world torn by war, disaster, and conflict, there is also a world filled with joy, peace, and connection. Within this world, there's a darker path. where addiction and despair consume lives. Choose wisely, make the right choice, say no to drugs, choose life.
Thank you, Dr. Sameer, for every time we see such a beautiful video, and then last time flip book. I think great creative ideas. All the topics are presented so well on our social media by videos, posters. I think brain behind is Dr. Sameer Dalwai. We just give a scientific material, but the way it is made into creative way and which appeals, just like putting in scientific way is not adequate to reach to the community. This is the way it is presented with help of Shruti, and main brain is Dr. Sameer Dalwai. Over to Madam to address about, and everybody is keen to listen to you.
Thank you, Geeta. I'm really overwhelmed by that very long introduction. You have always been very loving and affectionate towards me. Thank you so much. Thank you and congratulations, Dr. Basavaraj, the creator of IAP ki baat, community ke saath. You are a mitochondria, and so many things were applied to you when you were General Secretary, and you have continued that inning even as a president. And I'm so happy that the President-elect, Dr. Vasant Khalatkar, has agreed to continue this very, very innovative program. And I congratulate Geeta Patil, Sameer, and everybody who, Poonam Bhatia, whatever names I can see, who have been actively, Swati Ghate, who have been actively working for this program. And I read the module, and congratulations to the whole team. It is beautifully done. The PPT is excellent, and I'm sure the schools will really enjoy doing this program. Coming to the topic, I just would like to give a little history that when Dr. Sukumaran was the president in 2011, I was the IPA coordinator for a global tobacco program on prevention of tobacco control. And Dr. Sukumaran had started an IP task force on prevention of tobacco. And we all had done a CD, which was to prevent tobacco addictions in schools. We had done this CD with the help of my NGO, with the contents, and every branch was given this CD as a complimentary, and they had conducted these programs. So way back in 2011, IP started their work on tobacco control, and I'm so glad it has been revived, and we are going on a much better and bigger way in today's digital media. And we can't get any better person than Sameer, Sameer Dalwai, who really visualizes the concept and the social media impact. And both this video and the poster are really beautiful. And yes, Upendra, in your SSS also, you have covered healthy lifestyle and substance abuse, which is so very important. Talking about parental role modeling, you talked of Shah Rukh Khan. Let me tell you that when we started our AHA programs, Dr. T.S. Jain, a very senior pediatrician, publicly announced that my son told me, ki, Papa, if you don't stop smoking, I will start smoking. And he said, from that day, I went cold turkey and I stopped my smoking. So we have enough senior pediatricians also who, when they had their adolescent children, have given up tobacco and alcohol because they realize that this is the role modeling they need to do as parents. And alcohol and tobacco are known as gateway drugs, which leads to more serious drug abuse, and we all have to be very careful. We know that substance abuse cuts across ages, genders, and it's a menace, whether it is in the urban, rural, slum, villages, everywhere. But today, what I'm going to just focus is little on the urban elite, because that is the focus of what I'm working for the last 10 years, and I'm doing teleconsultation. So as individual pediatricians and as IAP, I think this is one thing which we should really focus on. Underage drinking in pubs. In Pune, I'm doing a lot of counseling, and I would really like to share my experience that today in the pubs, they are helping children as young as 14 to 15 to create false identities which can show them as 18 or 21, depending on how mature they look. And with these false IDs, they are going very brazenly to the clubs, and they are able to serve these so-called children who are designated as adults drinks. And I think IAP should really take this very seriously, that we need to make parents aware that such false IDs are being created by pubs, and our children are going and taking drinks legally. I am counseling for many young people whose parents are so unhappy that these children in the middle of the night leave their home, take the car keys, and go to pubs at night. 12 and 14-year-old children. This is underage driving and underage drinking. And you know from the recent US court that the boy who killed 5 Michigan students, the parents have been jailed for 10 years and 15 years. They may, of course, go for appeal. But this is a warning sign for us that we must tell parents that if your child does underage drinking, underage driving, you can be legally liable. And I think that is what IAP needs to give a message, that they can't keep keys lying around where underage driving can take place, and they can't allow their children to do underage drinking. And you have seen the cases which happened, the Porsche case in Pune, the Delhi case, the Mumbai case. Underage driving and drinking is a menace and killing people on the road. And IAP should really come strongly with this. Samir, we had done a webinar on this very important topic. And so far, only boys are doing this underage drinking and driving. I'm glad girls have not done it, but girls may not be far behind. And we have to stop this before it escalates. The more dangerous thing for a girl is underage drinking and is the taking the vodka or any shots, which leads to acute alcohol intoxication. And even more, what we need to make them aware and the parents aware is the spiking of drinks by date rape drugs. And I've got girls who have been date raped and whose videos have been now taken out, and they've been blackmailed, their family and them, to continue being sexually exploited because they're afraid of the videos being circulated. So I think we have to really create awareness in parents, schools, institutions about the dangers of underage drinking and driving in boys and underage drinking and date rape in girls. And I think this is the real burning issue in the urban elite. And of course, in the rural area, the slums, the things are different, but children are committing juvenile crimes and children are becoming juvenile addicts and juvenile delinquents because they are addicted to substance abuse. So I congratulate the whole team for having taken up this very, very important issue. And as individual pediatricians in our own practice and as IAP, as a 44,000 body, we really need to work on all this, and any help required from my NGO or any help required from me as a senior pediatrician, please feel free to ask. And once again, congratulating all of you for this wonderful initiative. I would like to end my presidential address and thank you all for giving me this honor.
Thank you so much, Professor Swati Bhave, madam. Really, you inspired all of us. I am sure we'll take a clue from your address and we'll try to do whatever the good thing which can be done to our all adolescents. Thank you so much, Professor Swati Bhave, madam. Really, in spite of so much challenges you have addressed us, that itself shows that your commitment to the organization, commitment to our children and adolescents, it is a unique, madam. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam. In spite of your busy schedule, and we know that you are very busy with a book right now, and we wish you all the best. But your presence always really adds charm to the whole academic as well as the social caliber of the event. Thank you very much, ma'am. And it's my privilege now to invite our dear HSG, Dr. Professor Dr. Yogesh Bhai Parikh, to address all of us. Dr. Yogesh Parikh. I think Dr. Parikh will be joining shortly. I'm also delighted to invite Dr. Atanu Bhadra, our national treasurer. I mean, all of them have been traveling with the elections and the other IAP events. So Dr. Atanu, there you are. Thank you so much for having joined. And nice to see that we are color coordinated also. And it's over to our dear treasurer, Dr. Atanu, who does so much of work in terms of engagement with the community. Dr. Bhadra, over to you.
Thank you, Samir. First, the presentation by Dr. Swati ma'am was something out of the box, because every time we see very good presentations on this platform, but this was straight from our heart, and I think direction that it just shows that even IAP so long ago were thinking about community, and our presidents were trying to give a direction. But I am thankful to our present president, Basav sir, that he has put it. The direction has been put in a definite way, and we can now, every one of our IAPians can think, who are thinking that to be involved with the community, they can now have a strong platform, have a strong scientific material prepared by the team, which can be used for the society. And I think substance abuse is something where we need to talk to the press. The press is very much, they want to listen to us, how we can give the direction, because it is a multiple stakeholders are there in controlling substance abuse. And often we need to think that when they are sick, when they are, we can only be of use to the society, but it's not there. We need to look at their mental health. We need to talk about some things like substance abuse. And I think we should come forward. IAP has come forward, but I think there is a long way to go where each and every one of our IAPians can be a brand ambassador. As Swati ma'am was telling us, that we need to be brand ambassadors. And I think a call from the president sometimes should be of the order that all of us should stop substance abuse ourselves, to be a role model to our children, to the children of the country, to everyone. So I would request all our members to please use the scientific materials so minutely prepared by the team, and please use it so that you be the brand ambassador of the local area, you be brand ambassador of your own branch, of your own state. And finally, when you, I think when we have just come out from the election, one of the part of the election, one of the qualifying conditions of the elections, of IAP elections, should be that a declaration that I am totally free from substance abuse. I request all our incoming presidents, coming presidents, those who want to contest, please let us take a lead so that our members also can take a cue from that and be serious about this, and not let this just be a program, not this not be just a few days of activity, but let us put it in your life so that we can make a distinct difference to the society. Over to Samir.
Dr. Atanu, you have just dropped a bombshell and I'm just trying to recover. So more than food for thought, substance for thought. And thank you so much for these wonderful words. And now I would like to invite dear Amrish Patil, who looks at the implementation of this program across the country, about a brief report and overview of the work that has been done. Quickly in brief, Amrish, you can tell us.
Thank you, Samir bhai. Respected dignitaries on the launch.
You're on mute,
You are
sir.
muted. You are muted, Amrish.
Amrish, unmute.
Thank you, Samir bhai. Respected dignitaries on the screen and all the respected organs of IAP. Since this was an election year which was running for the past 1 month, the committee activities were put to rest. So not much of activities, but in spite of that, there were few events here and there. So I request Shruti to kindly showcase the events which has been done.
I think substance abuse is not till she starts her thing. Substance abuse is not only in the community work. It is the patient can present to us in OPD, IPD, ICU. So every sub chapter of IAP should take this. It is not only for adults and medicine. It is for everyone. You get it anywhere, maybe rural, urban, rich, poor. Maybe the way may be different. So Shruti.
There are a few health camps which are being conducted across the country, and awareness camps. So that was being played. So I request Shruti to kindly showcase those photos which we have been received for the past 1 month. So what we have received was more of flyers than the work which was done. But nonetheless, this next 1 month is going to be both substance abuse as well as screen boon or bane. So I request each and every IAPN here to kindly showcase the community work which I've been doing, and make sure that the scientific content which has been dedicatedly prepared reaches to each and every common IAPN and to the common public across the country. Thank you. Thank you, IAP. Over to Samir bhai.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Amrish. As usual, you bring a lot of energy, determination, passion, and sincerity to this work, and that inspires all of us. It's now my... hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes.
Samir, go ahead. Samir, go ahead. Samir, go ahead.
So now it's my proud privilege to invite the convener of the expert committee, Dr. Swati Ghate Madam, who's one of the senior most practitioners, especially an expert in adolescent medicine. She has been involved with this entire project, and we would like to hear from her what did the expert committee deliberate upon, what were the factors they considered before they came up with this report, this module. And I'm very, very happy to invite her, somebody who has a 360-degree view of doing things. She not only is good at science and writing papers and practice, she also writes songs and poems. So Dr. Swati ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Samir sir, for the introduction. My good afternoon to all, and my respectful regards to all the seniors present here. Many thanks to Dr. Basavaraja sir, Dr. Khalatkar sir, Dr. 𝐒𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿 𝐀𝐻𝐿 sir, Yogesh Parikh sir, Atanu Bhadra sir, and Geeta Patil madam, and all other office bearers for giving us this opportunity to work together and bring out something which will be useful to the community on an important topic as substance abuse. I also place on record my sincere thanks to all my teammates, Dr. Sushma Desai Madam, Dr. A. Senthil Sir, Dr. Poonam Bhatia, and Dr. Shamik Hazra for coming out with this beautiful work. So Swati Bhave Madam has been a mentor to us. Special thanks and respect to her for being here and also for inaugurating our module. So substance abuse is, as has been told, it's a biopsychosocial and a political issue, I would say. We have tried to touch upon many aspects, those which are very relevant to the community in a very, very simple language and using the scientific material. But the language and the way we have tried to present is very, very public friendly and adolescent friendly as well. So they say it takes a village to rear a child. And now that with our social fabric being so torn away, I would say our children are not being looked after by their busy parents. Leave aside the society in general. Earlier, when someone used to smoke, the uncle who stays next door would take a cognizance of it, would question him, would report to his parents. But nowadays, there is a lot of indifference to what is happening around. And I think this is one of the very big reasons why our children are deviated. They are faceless. They have lost their identity as being son to someone, being a member of some family, and they are like roaming around as if they don't have any identity apart from their self. So this has made us realize that it is everyone's responsibility, and we are coming up forcefully with that conviction and with that message that substance abuse and stopping substance abuse or treating substance abuse is not only the parents' responsibility or not only the teacher's responsibility, the community has to come. So even if you don't have teens, even if you don't have children who are in that age group, but still, I think we need to empower one and every person in the society, because as has been already told, the heinous crimes are increasing, and most of them are committed when the children are under the influence. So this law in these social issues are very, very troublesome. And also then many things are there that they reduce on their productivity, they reduce on their academic success, and they also have many medical issues regarding the reproductive system, something which they really don't know, that the drugs can affect their reproductive system, their fertility, and their sexual functioning. This is something which we should take over, so that probably they get attracted to a drug-free life. So many myths are there which are need to be cleared. First and foremost being low risk perception. They don't think that they would get affected by any amount of alcohol or it. So because there is normalization, see everything, if all the people around them are indulging it to think substance abuse, they think that it is very, very common, but common is not normal. And having to resort to drug for going on a high, for taking drugs for feeling good is certainly not normal, and that we should emphasize on them. Also, we have to tell them that addiction is a disease and any person can fall prey to it. So there are certain genetic predispositions. There are certain personality traits like impulsivity, sensation seeking, poor stress tolerance. And also there are social issues like poor parenting, social learning, and the media. We all know how it works. And the policies, there are policies, but they are not implemented properly. The school themselves are center of drug exchange. The panthalas, which are there in every nook and corner of all our villages and cities, are the seat of drug trade. And our police, I think they are holding their hands and doing nothing for that. So no wonder the incidence is increasing. The globally, alcohol is taking 1 life per 10 seconds, and tobacco is taking 1 life every 4 seconds. And alcohol and tobacco use find place in the 5 top causes of global disease burden. Madam was telling about females not being so much into the alcohol use, but the recent study done by CRO WHO tells us that the females, Indian females more than 15 years of age, have steeply risen in their alcohol consumption from 5% in 2010 to about 25% in 2016. So even females are not much behind, and they have to be really more careful because of the pregnancy and the effect of the unborn fetus that we all know. We are all very much aware of that. So in a nutshell, I think that all these problems regarding the risk factors, regarding the red flag signs, and regarding how to treat them, how to counsel them, how to make them aware of all the things that the drugs can cause to them. Even a single incidence of drug use can kill them by landing into a fatal accident. So it is something which they should really keep away from. So I think our team has done our best, and rest is all in front of you, and we'll wait for your feedback. And thank you once again for giving us this opportunity, and looking forward for a good outcome of the film. Thanks.
Thank you, Swatika madam. Your team really made a big difference.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Swati ma'am. Thanks to you and your entire team for having spent hours and hours going through tons and tons of literature to distill the pure knowledge for our members. Thank you very much. It's now my duty to invite our Senior Vice President, Dr. Satish Sharma sir, who has been very astutely carrying out these programs in the community, and very happy to have his presence here. Dr. Satish bhai, over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Sameer. And our respected Swati Bhave madam. And madam, as she brought the concept of adolescent health and medicine in 2000. She first conducted a CM in Delhi in 2000, which I attended. Elect Dr. Basanti, Dr. Atanu sir, and Dr. Geeta madam, Dr. Swati, Dr. Amol, and all these dignitaries and EB member. I will say that we should start before pediatrician at home, because poor parenting style is very, very important, and we have sometimes parents become over restrictive. When both the parents are taking drink at home, the child sees them. So how you can stop? Sometimes they start as an experimentation, and they say, okay, take it. This is occasional use. Then it become a regular use, and then become an abuse. So the thing will start from home, and we have to, in our children and girls and boys, there is communication gap between the parents, and sometimes there is academic pressure. So there has to be sport group for these adolescents. So it is our duty that we should make a sport group. So we are a part of civic society. So it becomes our duty that we pediatrician, along with the society, we should mobilize the community. That first we become role model, then tell to the children what is good, what is bad, what to do, what not to do. Only then we can achieve our goal of substance abuse prevention. So this is very, very important that we all together take pledge that we will take this mission together to make it a success. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, respected sir. Now it's my duty to invite our President, Vice President from the South Zone, Professor Dr. Singaravelu sir, to please address us. I think Dr. Singaravelu will be joining us in some time. I now invite our Vice President from the Central Zone, Dr. Ajay Srivastav sir, to please address us. I would now like to request if Dr. Atul Kulkarni, our Vice President from the West Zone, if he is present. Dr. Atul Kulkarni.
No, he is having some technical issue. Please go ahead.
And Dr. Santanu Sen, our Vice President, Santanu Dev sir, our Vice President from the East Zone. Dr. Santanu, are you there? All right. I think there has been a little bit of connective issue today, and I'm sure we have their best wishes, and the amount of work that they are doing in their respective zones and all over the country is absolutely fabulous, taking this program everywhere. Basav sir, if we do not have to wait, or should we then proceed with the vote of thanks, and shall I invite?
Yes, please go ahead with vote of thanks. Please go ahead.
Okay, so now it is my duty to invite one of the most important parts of the engine of this entire IAP Ki Baat Community Ke Saath program, somebody who's always there with his wisdom, with his sagacity, and with his comments to drive us in the right direction, none other than Dr. Kishore Bhai Bendur sir. We invite you for your kind words.
Thank you, Samirji. Wonderful that you have invited me to do the customary honors of proposing a vote of thanks to this August gathering. Well, very good evening to all the participants of this very important program on a very important topic, and that is substance abuse, which probably is the burning issue world over. If you can see, many of the ills of this whole world, including the wars that are going on, the problems that most countries face, is funded by the drug money. Probably next only to oil and probably arms trade, it is the drug trade or the drug cartel which is keeping up this whole the turmoil in this whole world. If you just could remove this or bring it down, you would see how much of peace would be there all over the world. So I'm taking a very, very broad perspective of what is drug abuse. We are limiting it to individuals, but look at the percussions that it has world over. Many countries sustain their economy on the production and distribution and selling of drugs, though they take a high pedestal when it comes to in the world forums, etc. Well, at the outset, I should say that we have had wonderful deliberations, particularly from our chief guest, Dr. Swati Bhave Madam, who, as Geeta introduced, is a luminary in her own self, not only in the IAP, but in many of the fields that we know about. Madam, your talk was inspirational. You gave us practical tips. You gave us useful information, and very rightly brought about the role of parents in the abuse that has been occurring in adolescents, and with examples of the Pune case, etc., and all that. So thank you so much, Madam, for enlightening us on a very important topic of substance abuse. Of course, our President, Dr. G.V. Basavaraja, whose brainchild it is of this very important program, that is IAP Ki Baat Community Ke Saath, and we are very indebted to you for successfully continuing this program for the past about 10 months, and we are almost into the last phase. We are probably into the 15th edition of this program this time. Sir, we owe a great to you for starting this program, and as put by our President-elect, whom I should thank profusely for accepting to continue this program, probably in a new avatar by Dr. Vasant Kalatkar, sir. His dedication this year, and probably in his role as president, we would see many, many changes and a wider reach of this particular program, which has been so very, very popular. Our thanks to our immediate past president, as usual, a very short, crisp, and to the point talk by Dr. 𝐒𝐮𝐻𝐬𝐞 𝐀𝐛𝐮𝐬𝐞 Professor Yogesh Parikh in his absence. Thank you very much. And Atanu, I have always felt, gives the gist of all that we talk. So nicely put. And he has been disseminating the information about the IAP ki baat, community ki baat, particularly in the East Zone, of where he's so active. We see a lot of programs conducted by Dr. Atanu, and his fervent appeal to all of us to take this press note, take the presentations to the community is well taken, sir. Thank you very much for your comments. And our own office bearers who have joined, the executive committee members, and congratulating the new members who have been elected to the 2025 body of the August body of the Central IAP. Thanks to all of you. Our vice presidents, whom we could hear, Dr. Satish Sharma, as always, a very active member of the IAP ki baat community. Thank you very much, sir, for your inputs and also for the spread of this, information to the community that you serve, and all the other vice presidents in their absence. Well, the scientific committee has done a wonderful job, led by Madam Swati Ghate, who did give us insights into very important, insight. Particularly, he was talking about the increase in the female, sort of, the abuse being increased in the females. A very we thought that yes, the girls are girls in the Indian perspective, etc., are not very much affected, but alarming figures rise from 5% to 25% is really alarming. And Dr. Swati Ghate madam brought it out so well in her talk, and I'm sure she has put all efforts along with her scientific committee, with Dr. Chentil, Dr. Sushma Desai, Dr. Poonam Bhatia, Dr. Shamik Hazra, have all brought out this wonderful presentation on substance abuse, which I'm sure will be well appreciated, not only by our own IAPians, but also by the community, the press, because this is the burning problem for most of us. And I would say that substance abuse is not limited to any one particular strata of society. It is crisscrossing across, say, it could be the economically backward or the, rich people. Everybody is being haunted by this particular specter of the substance abuse. So a big thank you to the scientific committee, my own committee members, that is the IAP ki baat, community ki baat, who have striven hard all along, led by the scientific committee chairman, Dr. Geeta Patil, our media committee chairman, or with his team, Dr. Samir Dalwai, Dr. Amrish Patil, Dr. Shantraj. All of us have been working, behind the scenes to get you this particular program well in time. We know you all must be knowing that a lot of effort goes into, coordinating itself. So many people and so many programs. Thanks once again to this team of IAP ki baat, community ki baat. And I would say a big thank you from the team to the, office bearers and to the president, Dr. G.V. Baswaraj, for reposing his faith and his team's faith, in our team to give this wonderful program to all of you. Our technical team, who does a lot of background work, they are never seen in the front, but then what they do is shown in the flyers, in the videos, etc., led by Shruti, who has been a pillar of support and help to all of us in this particular program. I'm sure there must be many more people, all the delegates, etc., who have joined in large numbers, and their communications in the chat box that we got. Very insightful messages. Thank you for your active participation. I am sure we are today richer in knowledge and also information about an important topic, that is substance abuse. A big thank you to all of you for attending, and please see that this particular information which was gathered and assimilated with great hard work by the scientific committee, by the committee of the IAP Kibat, the office bearers, the executive board members. Please see that it is well disseminated in the community. Please post it on your social media, pass it on to the patients that will come to you. I am sure there will be a domino effect, and IAP's name and fame, I am sure, will go to greater heights. Thank you once again. Samir Bhai, a big thank you to you for conducting this program so well. I always tell this, that he is the man who conducts it so well, and a big thank you to you, Dr. Samir, for all the help and coordination that you do. A big thanks to all of you from the committee of the IAP Kibat community के साथ. Jai IAP, Jai Hind. Thank you very much. Over to Samir, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. President, sir, with your permission, since this official program is over, I'd just like to share something which is very, very important and makes us all very happy. President, sir. Basav, sir. Geeta, Amol, sir, निघाले का, sir? Sir left?
Sir, now Satish Sharma, sir, is our
Satish Sharma, sir, with your permission, can I just share something?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Thank you so much. So basically, Indian Academy of Pediatrics has been working on an article which had been published in Indian Pediatrics, where we are trying to get the political parties in the states where elections are being held to include in their political party manifestos specific commitments for children and a commitment to form an independent consolidated ministry of children and adolescents. Many of you are aware about this, and we launched this also at the IAP National AdolesCon in Nasik just a month back. After which, Dr. Basavaraj sir, Dr. Vasant Khalatkar sir, Dr. 𝐒𝐿𝐮𝐬𝐿 𝐾𝐛𝐮𝐬𝐿 sir, and many of our eminent pediatricians, seniors, have gone and met various political parties in Maharashtra. And I am very, very happy and proud to say today that hardly a work started by IAP less than a month ago, 3 big political parties and 1 big political formation in Maharashtra, which released their manifesto yesterday, has included the demand and the commitment rather of a separate ministry for children and adolescents. And it is available in all the newspapers in Maharashtra today. And I will be sharing it with all of you later. But this is the power and strength of IAP. I'm especially grateful to Dr. Basavaraj sir for coming down specifically to Maharashtra only for this activity to meet various. We met Mr. Devendra Fadnavis ji, we met Sharad Pawar sahib, we met Shri Uddhav Thackeray ji, we met people from the other political parties, and that has actually taken root. So we have IAP for the first time has actually achieved that political parties are now writing in their manifesto for a separate child ministry, Ministry of Children and Adolescents. And there's a request to all of you to take this plea to your local leaders of your area and make them understand the need for a separate and do the same. And I am requesting Satish Sharma sir and via him, Professor Dr. Basavaraj sir, our president, to also include this in IAP Kibat community ke saath. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sure, we will do it.
That was wonderful, wonderful. My suggestion is, could you make a appeal which we can give it to the local this thing as a general appeal, so that what points we can discuss when we go and meet these people. Absolutely. So that some background material is required, and let us all speak in one language all over India. That's Absolutely. What I would suggest.
Absolutely.
Kishore Banju sir, it has come into our Indian pediatrics. Samir Dalwai and Dr. Ambedkar sir. I think I will share that in link, and sir, with your permission, Samir sir, I will be sharing that. And in Nashik, we had a press meeting, and that was highlighted in all the newspapers next day. With their permission of IAP, we have talked in the press meeting. And they were really amazed with our thoughts of IAP?
See, in fact, I would say to the group here that it is the brainchild of Dr. Samir only. We should
Yes,
give him
sir.
a big clap for the wonderful work that he did. He pulled along all the members, took them to various, but for him, it would not have seen the light of the day.
IAP की बात community के साथ with all of you. So I will share those messages today, and we are very happy that the media also has reported it. All the national newspapers from Maharashtra are carrying this news. And though it's still a small beginning, at least something is better. And we have all, like Dr. Bendur sir said, we must take this to each and every part of India, each and every branch of IAP. I don't know whether you can see this, what I'm sharing here.
Not it.
All
Yeah.
this-
Now visible, sir. Now visible.
that is going on. But for a change, very happy that they have promised the establishment of a separate department of self-help groups. That's okay. And the formation of a dedicated ministry for child welfare. So this is from today's newspaper, The Hindu, and in various other times of India, and of course the Marathi newspapers, Hindi newspapers. So we will share that with all of you. And hopefully with IAP's help, and the IAPians can become themselves a force in the local area to go and meet their local political leadership of all parties. Whoever party wins, whichever party is ruling party, whichever party is opposition party, the agenda should be common for IAP, what it says for children and adolescents. So thank you so much for all your help.
And the best
Samar,
person
it is the numbers we speak. It is the numbers. Our
Absolutely.
strength is the numbers is our strength.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the best person to lead this ministry will be Dr. Samir Dalwai, sir.
Amol, thanks, yeah.
Sir, please create a hashtag and share in this group so that we can all retweet.
Yes, I'm just sharing it. Just give me 1 minute. 1 minute, sir. Just 1 minute.
Samir, the program is over. We could leave. And
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, I'm just sharing that
yeah, please.
article.
Sir, why don't you write one message in a simpler language like we do press note so we can circulate everywhere?
And the idea is if one political party makes a commitment, then the other has to do more than that. Somebody is giving 1,500, Amol, then the other party has to promise 3,000 rupees. So now one party has promised this. So we should try and mobilize the other party to promise that they'll make the ministry immediately within 3-4 months. So something like that. But all of us, after that, Delhi is coming up, Ajay bhai. Delhi mein
Yes,
bhi
sir.
election hone wala hai. So we should meet next. President sir should come there, and you should arrange for meeting the local party leaders. So I've
Sure,
shared the article as well as the news here. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye. Very nice session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ajay bhai.
Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Samir sir.